Merry Christmas and welcome to a very special Christmas episode of Storytelling with Mariah. It also happens to be the first episode, but whatever. Before we start, I have a couple of announcements to make. I must share the credit with all my awesome siblings for their contribution in this Christmas gift. So thank you, Carl, Ashley, Nicole, Kathy, Darwin, shortstop Ashley out in Montana, Christian and Clear, and last but not least, Link. Sorry, I just got a text message and I can't restart this for like the 700th time. Mom said she hopes that my headache goes away, but I don't really have a headache. I just don't want her to see like my makeup and all this stuff when I was filming. So anyway, on to the next thing. God, this is ridiculous. Next, I have to disclose that the following content might contain explicit language because it's me and I don't filter my language whatsoever. And in some material may be offensive since we live in a society where everybody gets butthurt about everything. I do not apologize for anything that you find offensive. However, I do apologize for my ignorance when it comes to particular topics in which I admittedly should know more about, which in reality is pretty much every topic, but that's a story for a different time. So now on to our irregularly scheduled storytelling. Today on Storytelling with Mariah, we're going to pretend that someone has asked me to tell them the story of Noah's Ark. And you've already seen Noah's Ark, so hey, what's up? I wish I'd had a puppet to come over and say like, hey, what's the story of Noah's Ark? Or if we had waited for Sumo to ask me, or pretend to ask me, I might be filming this until New Year's, which might happen anyway, because, as I said, this is like the 100th time I've tried. My budget's low. Don't have like a film crew or anything, but that's okay. No green screen, just your pretty Christmas tree behind me, which I have some like homemade ornaments back there. So anyway, let's get started on this story. Once upon a time, a long time ago, there was a guy. His name was Noah. Oh, I do have to say this. I have not looked anything up online when I did my script that I'm pretending that I don't have. And I dropped something. Sorry. I dropped the zebra. So I have not looked anything up when I came up with my script that I'm trying really hard to pretend I'm not reading, which is not going to work. So we're just going to fly through this, and it is what it is at this point. So, there's a guy. His name was Noah. He had some siblings. Not sure where they fall into the story. I'm pretty sure Noah had a beard and wore sandals. So not to be confused with Jesus or all the hipsters in Asheville. One day, God got mad at the world for the way people were treating each other and wanted to blow it up. I mean, not blow it up, but he wanted to like end existence. As Noah, jeez, knew it way back then. So he told Noah to build a boat, like a really big boat. And on that boat, he was going to bring 2 of each clean animal. I don't know where I got the clean thing from, but I know it's out there. Each clean animal, which, I mean, we still have roaches and stink bugs, so maybe I haven't seen their clean side yet. But he was supposed to build a boat. So Noah built a boat out of wood. And at some time I knew what kind of wood it was. I can't remember it at this point. Damn it. That's frustrating. And I guess technically it's not a boat. It's an ark. So from here on I will try to refer to it as Noah's Ark instead of boat. Because, I mean, it's the story of Noah's Ark, not his boat. So he followed God's instructions and built a giant ark. And once it was done, all the animals, the clean animals, boarded in pairs. And I imagine this meant like a male and female of each animal because this did not take place in Asheville. I honestly don't know where this took place. Imagine somewhere it didn't rain a lot since there was this big flood. So maybe Arizona or the Middle East. But since I don't recall Arizona being mentioned in the Bible, I'm going to stick with the the Middle East. God, this is horrible. Maybe I need to take the credit away from the siblings because this is so terrible. They contributed. They did not help with this terrible film. So anyway, once everybody was settled on this comfortable ark that was created, God made it rain. And not like strip club making it rain, but he dropped water from the sky for 40 days and 40 nights. And I do know that because when I went to summer camp, we sang a song about Noah's Ark, and it rained and poured for 40 days and 40 nights, and it drove the animals crazy. I won't sing it to you because I got all my singing out at Christmas Eve tonight, and that was enough. And I think there was a movie. No, that was 7 Days and 7 Nights with Harrison Ford. Wish I could edit videos. Seriously, it would have been done about 2 weeks ago with this. So anyway, it rained for 40 days, 40 nights. Everybody survived the flood. Once they were docked, they all came out. And I imagine about 9 months later, there were 3 of everything instead of just 2 of everything. But honestly, okay. I really do know that the gestation period of most animals is not 9 months. So I do have a little trivia game. So we have gestational trivia regarding Noah's Ark. A zebra, its gestational period is 375 days. It's just a little over a year. So that's fun. The giraffe, its gestational period is 430 days, which is about 14 months. Mr. Elephant here, I think, wins it all. Their gestational period is 645 days. Mr. Alligator or Crocodile, not sure which one this is. If it's an alligator, it's like 65 days, and if it's a crocodile, it's like 2 to 3 months. It's kind of the same thing. Too bad they couldn't just take eggs, but I guess they couldn't guarantee if it was going to be a male or female once it hatched. Mr. Hippopotamus is only 237 days, and the lion, which I would expect more to be roaming the earth, is only 108 days. So the lion wins for shortest gestational period. Yay! So by now you're probably wondering what the point is of this very juvenile video, which by now I really apologize for. So let's get to the point. For Christmas this year, siblings didn't get you stuff. Clearly you don't need any more stuff. I mean, I won't stuff. Anyway, you don't need stuff. So we got you a trip. Now, before the anxiety of traveling sets in, just let me ease that and let you know that arrangements have been made for the dogs, and Kathy, Darwin, and I will be traveling with you to alleviate any of the pain in the ass parts of traveling, like getting gas, figuring out where we're going to stay, food, all that is going to be taken care of. So, with that said, let's hear what you won for Christmas. On April 4th, you're going to ride to Williamstown, Kentucky to spend a whole 2 nights in a newly updated 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, historic 1940s craftsman-style Airbnb. But wait, there's more. On Sunday, the 5th, you'll be visiting the Ark Encounter, the life-size Noah's Ark, which was a one-of-a-kind themed attraction where you will be able to board the most authentic full-size replica of Noah's Ark in the world, but built accordingly to the dimensions given in the Bible, with 3 decks of teaching exhibits. You will also get to spot some exotic animals on the on-site Ararat, I don't know how to say that word, Ridge Zoo. All of this and more is your 2019 Christmas present from all your wonderful children. We hope you have a fantastic time. I don't need this anymore. We hope you have a fantastic time, and more importantly, a very Merry Christmas. We love you. That brings us to the end of storytelling with Mariah. Thank God. But before I close, I did look some stuff up on the internet after coming up with my story. But so here's some stuff I found out about Noah's Ark that may not have been accurate. I just have to correct this. The flood took place in ancient Mesopotamia. I was worried about saying that word, which is known as modern-day Iraq. Clearly, that area has had issues from the beginning. But oh well. As far as when it took place, I had to do a search and a quick Google search. I'm not sure how reliable this is. But it was an article from March 1981, which I was like 5 months old. The answer was, with reliable certainty, the flood took place in 967 BC, or 2,948 years ago, which now is like 3,000 years ago. This is the date in which Solomon laid the foundation of the temple. I have no idea what the fuck that means, or what temple they are referring to, so let's just move on. Noah, according to a quick Google image search, did indeed have a beard. I didn't look at his feet because I'm just not into feet. But he had a big white beard. So he's more of a Santa beard than like a Jesus beard. So there's not going to be any confusion there between Jesus and Noah. Also, the ark was built out of gopher wood, which is thought by some to be pine, and cedar by others. So I guess an important question here is, are you team cedar? Are you team pine? I like gophers, so I'm just going to stick with gopher wood. I do hope you enjoyed today's ridiculousness. I wouldn't hold your breath for another episode soon to be released because, you know, this one didn't go so well. Until then, if it ever happens, in the words of Ellen DeGeneres, be kind to one another, and in the words of yours truly, I screwed this up like the last 6 times I did this. Yours truly, namaste, bitches, and Merry Christmas.